Hello, Paula. Nice to see you.
Hi, Al. It's nice to see you too.
So, what's the topic of today's meeting?
Well, today we're talking about having an attitude of empathy and compassion.
So, can you explain a bit about it? What are your thoughts about that? Empathy and
Yeah.
compassion.
Well, empathy to me is about entering into, thinking of being in a group and the participants. Empathy is all about entering into their experience and feeling how they feel, um, as they share. So um, it's stepping into their shoes and recognizing or being with their suffering, perhaps, what they're saying. Um, and as the facilitator, you're listening with your heart open wide, with unconditional love and acceptance, and for everything they share, um, and for how they come across and whatever they say or do. So you're just listening from the heart. And at the same time, it's about honoring their vulnerability with compassion in your heart and showing it in your expression, maybe in your eyes, just beaming out love and compassion. And um, compassion being about that desire to help another person by listening with your whole heart and seeing their wholeness, recognizing their suffering and caring deeply. And, and remembering too that you're not here to change their situation, just to listen with an open heart. And um, also just remembering that they're not their story and that they are whole and complete and just seeing their light. um, and I think number one thing is practicing on yourself is a good way to start. So, practicing empathy and compassion starts with self-compassion. So, yeah. What about you, Els? What are your thoughts on
Yeah,
empathy?
well, the word empathy, there's um, written a lot about that word. And in fact, I don't know exactly I don't know what it means. The word compassion resonates more with me because I heard you say stepping into their shoes, and I understand that in a way of being open and being non-judgmental about what they feel. But stepping in their shoes would be just to experience what there probably uh, is felt, but not go in the story itself, not joining them in their misery or in their uh, pain or in fact being open and being receptive um, for what's felt there, but not joining in the story, not joining in the story of a victim or of of a victim mostly. So my word is more, I would say, compassion, and compassion is something different than pity. Um, Compassion is really be present with an open heart, being at home myself, being present with an open heart, being open to whatever people feel or whatever they experience as difficult, and just to be present without interfering while someone is suffering or while someone is in pain or while someone is ill, and just be there, whole myself, and being open to the wholeness of the other person, um, recognizing that there is pain or suffering in that moment, but keeping the wholeness, remembering the wholeness of all of us. And well, that's what comes up for me when I'm talking about compassion and pity. Pity is always from judgment. Pity is, oh, I'm pity with someone. It's horrible what's going on, and that's always judgment and judgment and judgment. So that would be for me what I can say about this. When there's compassion, I don't want to change anything. I haven't the desire to change anything because compassion comes from wholeness. So even when somebody suffers, wholeness is recognized, so there's nothing needed in that moment. Just being present and holding the space of wholeness.
Yeah.
That would be my idea.
Beautiful. That, yeah, being present and holding that space of wholness.
Yes. So I was looking at the guidelines. Well, is there a guideline we can add to this conversation? And I thought maybe in the groups we recognize that love is listening, and we agree to listen with an open heart, to give mutual support, and to practice non-judgmental listening and sharing. And mutual support is not the support, I support you, but I would say mutual support is here is wholeness and there is wholeness. So that we don't don't mess with the story of someone else. And it's wonderful not to go in a story. Maybe a thought comes up, but stay away from the story, from the thought story, and just stay at home and connect with wholeness and with love and with compassion, with understanding on a not a mental way, but on the heart's way.
Yes, yeah,
Yes.
yeah, true. And it relates so much with our next video that we're going to be doing about responsibility. So not to take it away from that, but you know, yeah, that's what it's about, isn't it? Being responsible for your own and their wholeness too.
Yes. Okay. See you next time then, Paula. Thank you so much.
Thank you.